Hi, my name is Vince, and you're watching AI for Everyone. This is the very first video for this YouTube channel, and I just wanted to briefly explain why I'm making this channel. As I look around and do searches on the internet, or I search for YouTube videos about AI, the vast majority of the videos that I find are for technical use, for business use. If you're trying to increase productivity, if you're trying to automate a task, if you're trying to get more work done, or it's for people that are programming and coding in computer languages, or for scientists and biologists and physicists and people that are doing huge amounts of research. But the truth is, I'm just an average guy, and I use AI every single day for practical things and even sometimes for fun things. And so I wanted to make a channel where we discussed using AI for practical things, not business related things, but just practical everyday things. But I thought what I would first do is debunk some of the myths out there that exist about AI, because that might be some of the reasons why maybe we're not using it or you're not using it. And maybe you've heard some of these myths, maybe you think it's complicated, confusing, dangerous, whatever it is. But whether you're 20 or 100, you can use AI. So we're going to talk about some of those myths. Then we're going to talk about, I'm just going to give 10 examples of everyday things that we can use it for, that are practical things or fun things. Just 10. There's hundreds, but I'll just give 10. Then we're going to actually hop on the computer. I'll talk to you about some of the different AI tools that are out there and the one that I choose to use. And then I'm going to show you how to set up a free account to use that and why having an account is a good idea. So why don't we get started? Let's start debunking those myths. Myth number one, AI is going to take over the world. That it's like Eagle Eye or Terminator or The Matrix. Just not true at all. AI is not sentient. It can't think for itself. It can't plan things out. It can't make decisions. It's just a very sophisticated computer program. That's all it is. That understands our language when we just talk in a natural way and is able to go out to the internet, scour the internet, and retrieve the answers we're looking for. That's all it is. So it is not going to take over the world. Myth number two, AI is stealing everyone's jobs. Maybe you've seen that in newspaper headlines or you've heard it on the news. That's great little clickbait. It makes for a sensational story to grab people's attention, but it's just not true. It's a myth. It is not taking thousands and thousands of jobs from people. In fact, it's creating many jobs, and in a number of industries like healthcare, entertainment industry, education, those industries are using AI to help their employees, to help them, to assist them, to help them be more productive. So they're using it as an assistant to their employees, not a replacement for them. So it's not stealing everybody's jobs. Myth number three, AI is only for people that need more productivity in their businesses or for tech experts so that they can get more work done. That's not the case either. In reality, you don't have to be a business owner, a coder, a productivity junkie. AI can help you with everyday activities like meal planning, hobby research, learning new skills, just doing things to have fun. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. Myth number four, AI is difficult to use. It requires technical knowledge. Again, that's a myth. In fact, AI is so simple to use. If you can text, if you can send someone a text, you can use AI. And it can be even easier than that, because most of the AIs, and the one I'm going to show you how to use, has a little microphone button, and you can just touch that and talk into your phone or your tablet or your computer and just say what you want AI to do for you, and then hit a little button and it does it. But if you don't want to do that, if you can text, you can use AI. Myth number five, and this is important, AI is always accurate and never makes mistakes. That's a myth. And you might think, well, if it doesn't get things right all the time, why would I use it? Well, it gets stuff right 95% of the time. And usually when it's off, you can kind of tell. It's like, well, it doesn't sound right. But the cool thing is you can just say to the AI, that doesn't sound right. Can you verify that? And a lot of times that's all it takes for it to correct itself. But again, this is very rare, but it is important for you to know that, especially if you're looking up serious things like medical issues, legal issues. The AI will tell you, keep in mind, I'm not a doctor. You should see a doctor for this or talk to a medical professional. I'm not a lawyer. It'll remind you of that, but it's just something for you to be aware of. It's not always correct. Myth number 6, Siri, Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, just doing a Google search can do the same thing AI can. Just not true. Those tools are great for very simple searches where you're using a keyword or two, saying something to Siri, asking a simple question, maybe about measurements or the weather. But you can't hold a complex conversation with Siri or Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. It can't remember the conversation, go back to it, reference things in it, continue the conversation. So I'm not against any of those tools. I use them all. But they cannot do what AI can do. So the bottom line is AI is for everyone. And those myths we talked about, none of them are true. There's a ton of things that just the average person, the everyday person can do with AI that makes it really useful. So I'm just going to go over 10 now. 10 things that you can do with AI. Like I said earlier, there's hundreds of things. But just to give you some examples. 1, you can find your next favorite book, movie, or TV show. So if you enjoy reading, if you enjoy TV shows, if you enjoy movies, or anything else really, but we'll use those as an example, AI can help you find your next favorite one. You can simply ask it for genres that you like. Oh, I like these types of movies or books or TV shows. But you can be more specific. You could tell it, here's 10 of my favorite TV shows. Find me 2 more that are just like it, or 5 more that are like it. Or I like this type of plot and this type of storyline. Can you find me shows that do that, or movies or books? You can be as specific as you want. And when it gets you some information, you can ask more questions about what it's giving you. So that's one thing. Your next favorite book, movie, TV show, or whatever. Number 2, it's great for meal planning and recipe ideas. You can even show it what you have in your pantry or in your refrigerator, and it can tell you what meals you can make from that. That's extremely useful. And it can give you shopping lists if it makes a meal plan for you. You can say, all right, well, what do I need to buy to make these meals? Extremely useful. Number 3, you could learn a new hobby or a skill. Do you want to learn how to paint, play the guitar, bake sourdough bread, learn how to fish? Whatever it is, AI can provide you with step-by-step instructions on how to do it. It can refer you and link you to specific YouTube videos that will show you how to do it, so you don't have to search for it. You can tell it specifically what you're looking for, and it'll find those. It can give you recommendations. It can give practice tips for you. And any information it gives you, you can ask it to refine it, ask it questions about it, and it'll keep giving you more and more detail. Number 4, travel planning and itineraries. It can help you with that. It can suggest places to visit, the best local foods to try, day-to-day itineraries. And again, you can tailor it. You can tell it places you've been that you've loved. Oh, here are some places that I really love. Find me more places like that. Or here are some places I'm not interested. Make sure those aren't on the list, or anything like that's not on the list. And it can help you to plan out those vacation itineraries. It can help you with writing and creating stories. So maybe that's something you like to do. Use your creative side to write stories or poems or anything else. AI can help you to do that. It can give you tips and suggestions. You can write something and it'll proofread it for you. It'll even proofread it not just for mistakes, but for suggestions. What could be better? What could be worse? What could I change? Or it could help you co-write something. You could write something together and it could help fill in the blanks for you. Number 6, it can be a shopping assistant and deal finder. Just think about that. AI can help you compare prices, find discount codes, suggest the best products, give you product reviews. It can tell you where you can find it in your local area. So you can say, hey, I live in Lexington, South Carolina. Where can I buy this? And it'll tell you the stores that carry it. It'll tell you the current prices that it's going for. That's extremely useful. That's a practical thing. Number 7, Do-it-yourself projects, home projects. You need help fixing something, starting a project, or even a craft? AI can help you with that. Step-by-step instructions. How many times have we had a washing machine break, a dryer break, a refrigerator, problem with the car, a blender, whatever? Well, AI, you can simply tell it, here's the make and model I have, here's what's happening with it, and you can talk to it just like you would a person, and then it'll help you troubleshoot that and give you step by step. It'll even tell you the tools you need. So incredibly useful day-to-day stuff. Number 8, help you with music playlists and suggestions. Very much like the books, TV, and music, or books, TV, and movies, you can tell it the types of songs you like, the artists you like, the era, the genre of music, and have it suggest stuff for you. And it's very accurate, especially if you give it some things you like and don't like. It could be just fun and trivia. It can play games for you. It can generate fun quizzes, riddles, random facts, whatever you want. It can test you in some area. If there's something you're trying to learn about or you want to check and see your knowledge, it can test you. And finally, number 10, personalized workout and fitness routines. It can suggest custom workouts based on your fitness goals, the equipment you have available, your time constraints, your age, any of those things. You can just tell it, this is what I want. So I'm 57. I could tell it, get an exercise routine that I could do 3 times a week that would just help a 57-year-old keep his muscle tone. Or I could tell it, a 57-year-old build muscle mass. Or 57-year-old, it's aerobic, it'll get my heart pumping. Any one of those things. And it'll give me that very specific information, break it down. I can ask more questions about it. I can tell it to add something, get rid of something. So again, those are just 10 examples. There are hundreds and hundreds of examples that we could use, that you could use for everyday life, just for the average person not involved in business or tech. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hop over to the computer, and I'm going to show you how to sign up for the one I like. Now, there's a lot of popular AI tools out there. Claude is one of them. It's made by Anthropic, which is backed by Amazon. Gemini is Google's version. Copilot is Microsoft's version. I like the one from the company called OpenAI. It's ChatGPT. I've been using it for about a year. I've tried all of them and more than the ones I mentioned. I just like this one the best. You can use any one you want. They all kind of work the same. I just like this one for its ease and for the formatting that it gives me when it gives me the answers. So let's hop to the computer screen and I'll show you how you can sign up for a free ChatGPT account and why it's important to sign up. All right, let's go. Okay, so here I've opened my web browser. I'm using Google Chrome. You might be using Microsoft Edge or something else. But I've opened it up and you can see up here in the bar, I've typed in openai.com. OPENAI.com. And this is the screen you're going to see right here. What can I help you with? And right away, you could start using this without signing up. But I'm going to show you why I prefer to sign up. So let's try using it without signing up. I'm just going to type in something, create a meal for me tonight, for tonight. And you'll see what it does. Oops, I got to get rid of that. Stay logged out. Sure, I'd be happy. It says, are there any dietary restrictions or preferences? So it'll ask you sometimes. And I'm just going to say nope. So there it is. 1 pan chicken with roasted veggies, and it gives me all the ingredients, the instructions on how to make it. And so that's great. I didn't have to sign in. It's completely free. Didn't have to do anything. I could just ask it something. But look what happens when I leave this site. And let's say I just go to google.com. And now I'm going to come back and I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. That conversation that I just started about getting a meal plan, it's gone. It's not saved anywhere. I would have to start over. And it would probably recommend a different meal for me. And I can't ask more questions about it, or if I can substitute ingredients. Because if you don't have an account, it doesn't save your conversations. So you can't go back to them and you can't expand on them. you're going to be able to ask whatever questions you want, but as soon as you close your internet browser or go to another page, all of it's lost. So that's why we want to set up an account. So we can just go up to the login button here. Now, I already have an account, but you'll go to login and hit ChatGPT, and it's going to bring you to this page here, and you'll have the chance to log in or sign up. So if you've never done this, as if this is your first time, you'll want to hit sign up. And when you hit sign up, it's going to bring you to this page, and it's going to ask you for an email address. So you just put in the email address you have. You can use your Google account if you've got one, or your Microsoft account, or your Apple account, but you can also just set up an email. You can also put in your email address and put in a password, because when I hit continue, if I put an email address in here, I'm going to hit continue, and then it's going to ask me to create a password. Once you create the password, it's going to bring up a box with a 6-digit code, and it's going to tell you to go to the email address you gave it, get the 6-digit code, and type it in there. Once you do that, you're all set, and you'll never have to do it again. Now, I'm not trying to set up an account because I've already set one up, but you can go ahead and follow through. So log in, ChatGPT. I'm going to do log in because I've already got an account. And I'm going to put in, everything's all saved for me. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. And now it's asking for my password. And I'm going to tell it to go ahead and use the one for this account. And then it's going to log me in. And now I'm logged in. And you can see up here that I've got the little V for my name up there because I gave it my name. So that I know that I'm logged in. And now I'm going to show you, I'm going to ask that same thing. Create a meal for me for tonight. Do you have, it's going to ask me the same thing, any restrictions? I'm going to say no. And I could have put that in there. I could have said, create a meal for me tonight, no restrictions. And it wouldn't even ask me this question. But it does want to know, which is good. That's smart. See, Google couldn't do that for you. If you just put in, create a meal plan for me for tonight, and you ask Siri, or you ask Amazon Alexa, or you did a Google search, it's just going to search, and it's going to bring a bunch of pages, give you very generic answers. This asks. So I say, no, no restrictions. So now it gives me, this time, grilled lemon garlic chicken with roasted vegetables and quinoa. And here it gives me the ingredients for everything and instructions on how to make it. Now, if you notice over in the left, over here, there's something that says today, and it has this meal suggestion request. That's now saved. And I can leave this page. For instance, I can close it out. Now I'm back to just the login. I can log back in to ChatGPT. I've left the page. I can log back in, and look, it's there again. I can click on it, and it brings it back. And now I could ask for, let's say, is there a substitute for the quinoa? Yep, there it is. You want to switch out the quinoa? Here it gives me some ideas of what I can do and why, and I could continue asking questions about it. And all of that is saved in this conversation. And as we add more conversations, for instance, you see this little box here, the little, looks like a piece of paper and a pen. That's a new chat. And if I hit that box, it starts a new one, and I might ask it, exercise routine for a 57-year-old. Here's a well-rounded exercise routine tailored for a 15-year-old looking to stay fit, lose weight, blah, blah, blah. And it gives it to me, and it started a new chat. And when it's done here, giving me day 6, day 7, additional tips for weight loss, it now tells me exercise routine for 57 plus. So this is a separate conversation I started. So I could go back to my meal conversation and continue this, or I could come back to my exercise routine. That's why it's important to set up an account. The accounts are free, and once you're set up an account, you can have as many conversations going over there as you want. So I encourage you to set up an account. You don't have to, but I encourage you to do it because that's what makes it really valuable. Because maybe you're asking it about something and you have a conversation and you're discussing things back and forth with it, and then you don't go back to that conversation for 2 weeks. But then you remember, oh, you know what? I started a conversation. I do want to ask another thing about that. Well, it's gone. You'd have to start all over again. But if you're logged in, it keeps it there for good. All right. Well, let's stop looking at the computer screen, and we will go back to just us talking a little bit. So this first video, there was a lot to it. Most of my videos will be probably shorter than this in the future. But this one I wanted to explain the purpose of the channel, debunk those myths, show you just 10 things you could do with AI, and even show you how to sign up for a free ChatGPT AI tool assistant. So remember, AI is not just for businesses. Everyone can use it, and it's useful and practical for everyday stuff. I use it every single day. It's not complicated, and it can make your everyday life a lot easier. So what I'd like you to tell me in the comments is, if this is your first time using AI, what you'd like to learn, what you'd like to use it for me. What are you going to try to have AI tell you about or do? So let me know what you're excited about trying. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, and subscribe if you'd like to hear more. Because in my next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into the settings of ChatGPT so that you can customize it just for you, because there's a lot of stuff you can tell it about yourself if you want to. You're not required to, but that helps it to really tailor its conversation to you and to know certain things about you. So I'll show you how to set those things up, and then we'll look at a couple of things that we can do with it that are just practical, everyday things. But I wanted to thank you for watching. This was a long video. The others should be shorter. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it helpful. This is Vince with AI for Everyone.